Hey, it's Rachel, and I want to talk to you about what to do when you have a child who doesn't want to go to bed. And this advice is going to apply whether your child is 3 years old or 16 years old. And it might seem like children who are 3 and 16 have nothing in common because the symptoms of not wanting to go to bed are pretty different. A 3-year-old might keep getting out of bed, asking for water, or saying they're hungry, whereas a 16-year-old might not want to go to bed and their symptom is simply that they're on the phone or they're texting with their friends or they're up late doing homework and they're just resisting going to bed. So even though the symptoms are really different, there's actually often an underlying cause that's the same whether your child is 3 or 16 or anywhere in between. There are 2 reasons that children really resist going to bed, and one is that they have trouble just lying there. Falling asleep, you're just lying there not doing anything. And the truth is that children are in a culture of overstimulation. They're constantly being bombarded by information and by, noise and things happening around them. It is very uncomfortable for many of them to just lie there. They really don't know how to do it. The other reason that children really struggle to go to sleep is that they may have feelings inside based on what happened to them that day. I call these feelings, these bad feelings, specifically yuck. So they're lying there and they have this yuck inside of them, and while they're lying there doing nothing, it all comes flooding back into their head. All of the bad things that happened that day, all of the mistakes they made. So they're struggling because they have all of these emotions rising and they don't know how to deal with it. So they try to distract themselves by either getting out of bed or jumping on the phone or doing homework instead. This is very similar to what we may go through as adults. A lot of us wake up in the middle of the night and our thoughts prevent us from going back to sleep. We're thinking about what we have to do the next day or what we did wrong that day. And in the middle of the night, these thoughts seem so big, and that's how children feel when they're lying in the dark often as well. So what do we do about that? Well, we consider what the issues are and we give children tools to be able to handle it. So the first thing you can do is give them a way to release that yuck before they go to bed. So for a younger child, that may be you talking to them about their day and some of the things that they maybe thought went wrong, some of the things that upset them, and then have them symbolically get rid of that yuck somehow. Maybe they spit it out or they throw it up. For older kids, they may not want to talk to you about it, although some of them actually will talk to you about that. But if they don't want to talk to you, there are other ways they can release their yuck. They can write about it, or they can even just listen to music that matches their mood. A lot of the time that will help them release all of the stuff that they have going on inside. Now, the next thing you want to do is help them deal with just lying there. And often all this takes is a little bit of a cognitive strategy. Giving them something to think about as they fall asleep. So maybe a young child, you can give them 3 words like dog and jacket and circus, and ask them to make up a story about it that you'll talk to them about the next day. Or for an older child, give them a strategy like doing the alphabet backwards, or even making up new lyrics to a song, to a tune that they know. It actually doesn't challenge them too much, but it challenges them enough that they're not just sitting there lying, wondering what to do, and maybe even thinking about all of those bad thoughts from what happened during the day. So I hope that helps you understand why children are just resistant to going to bed a lot of the time and gives you some strategies you can use in the future. If you have any questions, you can email me at rachel@rachel-bailey.com. I'll see you next time.